If you were here yesterday, you heard me say, "Sound the sirens!" And it turns out that was a valid call out. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Early in the afternoon, we were just going about our lives, waiting for SDS to post something officially on their social media. And then randomly, Ellie De La Cruz posted a video on his Instagram.
Habla Eli de la Cruz de los Rojos de Cincinnati y estoy muy emocionado de ser la nueva portada de MLB The Show 2025. Ya ustedes saben, hablamos allá. Le voy a ganar todito.
This was an interesting thing to see. Everyone felt like Ellie accidentally leaked being on the cover of MLB 25. There was no announcement from SDS, which typically happens first, and all that we knew was yesterday that there was going to be some sort of cover athlete news from that little animation that was posted. So everyone was like, okay, wow, this is kind of crazy. He spoiled that he was the cover. And then a little bit afterwards, I think about 2 hours later, Gunnar Henderson posted this.
What's up, everyone? I heard that Ellie was going to be on the cover of MLB The Show 25, but I thought it was supposed to be me. So Ellie, call me.
So this was mind-blowing. What's going on here? Are they both on the cover? Are we going to be choosing someone? Fine, we got two shortstops. This is where my theories were rattling off. Do we have Bobby Witt Jr. coming next? Since we're doing young shortstops on the main cover, would Alex Rodriguez also make sense for a legend cover? What the heck is going on? And then an hour ago, we got this.
Connor, Ellie, I heard you guys are claiming the cover of the show, and I just want to let you know that the cover's mine. So let's settle this before the cover drops.
Paul Skeens is the third one to post the video, and it's the same type of thing. And now you put all three of these together, and God knows if anyone else posts anything within the next few hours. We either have a multi-athlete cover coming for MLB 25, or we're gonna have some sort of vote where we pick one person for the cover. I'm not sure what it is. I hope it's all of them, but it might be a vote, and what they're deciding about, oh, we gotta settle this, might entail that they're doing a vote. All I know is this is a very hectic day. I know it's just cover athlete news, but man, it really just gets the cogs going if they're putting this much work into the initial announcement and really getting creative with how they're promoting it. And it's really cool. It makes me really dang excited for this game, man. We could have a pitcher on the cover for the first time, technically since Ohtani, but really the first regular pitcher. Even more than that, we could have our first like multi-athlete cover. I don't think they've ever done that for MLB The Show. And I feel like with this group of people they're selecting, it makes a lot of sense. So it's been a crazy day so far for MLB 25 news. And if this is just a start, I really hope it is really setting the bar high for the game. Because, man, what a crazy start. But yeah, we're going to play some Diamond Dynasty stuff today, by the way. We have some new content to catch up on. So, DR, Red Sox, any pitchers, any hitters. All right, so we're just going to go beat up the Rockies once again. You know how it goes. But yeah, this brings up some interesting theories. We really were guessing Ellie De La Cruz was going to be the cover this year. Honestly, because he was a fit, but also based off of MLB 24. He oddly didn't get any 99 overalls this year. And typically when they announce the cover athlete, they drop like a 99 overall in the previous game for that cover athlete. So it made a lot of sense. Save Ellie De La Cruz's 99 for a cover athlete announcement. And then I felt like things kind of changed once Gunnar Henderson got fitting because he has a 99, but it was from way earlier in the year. He could have gotten like a finest card because he had a good year. So fine, you know, he can definitely get another card. And then Paul Skeens got thrown into the mix. And it's like, he has two 99s. One was like a really hard to get card because it was like an expensive chase pack card. Another one was an all-star game card he had to do some collecting for, but it wasn't anything much. With those three as the mix, then who the heck could be a fourth player if it isn't only just those three? I mean, Bobby Witt got a big boy 99 recently, so I personally doubt it's him. I guess you never know. If Scene's got the multiple 99s, I guess you could include him too. He feels like the main one that would be like a good fit with all the big young names. But I don't think I could think of any other ones that really fit that. But there's also a chance someone like Bobby Witt Jr. also is the cover of like another game, like 9 Innings Baseball, that's on the App Store. There's been a lot of tinfoil hat theories, and I want to make it clear that, you know, at this time of the year and we see any sort of news in the game, us nerds really like to just put our tinfoil hats on. We like to almost like overthink different things, and I'm trying to refrain from doing too much of that because at the end of the day, it is just the cover news. I don't really know what there is to take out of this, but I'm optimistic because it's a fun way to market the game, and they haven't done it like this before, which hopefully means that it translates to other parts of the game. But man, what an exciting way to start off the year. Talk about a way to generate some buzz on the game, man. I've seen some interesting theories. I've heard some people say that since it's a next generation of players on the cover, it means that we're on to the next generation of MLB The Shows, taking the game forward with upgrade graphics or like whatever it takes to make the game feel more current generation. I don't know if we could judge that from the cover athletes, but if that's the case, I'm here for it. There's an opportunity where they can just fully market the game off of stuff like that. Also, shout out to my dude KDJ, because he has just been on the same wavelength as me today on the timeline. Paul Skeens is set to be on Late Night with Seth Meyers on Tuesday. It's very coincidental timing with all this announcement stuff. Like, it could make a lot of sense because, like, he's in New York right now for, like, the MLB awards. But also, they've done this thing the other year. They did with Jimmy Fallon with Derek Jeter. They had him on, and he revealed the cover of the game, or the special edition cover of the game. Whatever's going on over there, this could be really interesting. But, like, yeah, I've heard some comments, especially on yesterday's video where we talked about the cover. The cover isn't everything. Shouldn't be the only news that matters. And that I agree with. It's really easy to get excited over the cover and think, man, like, this cover athlete or this branding's gonna make the game a good game, and isn't really always the best indication of that. So I get that. But, like, there's always an optimism for the game, not just with the cover athlete, but just for, the news coming and the cover athlete kind of being the initiation of that game, And sometimes that cover athlete really does pair with how people enjoy a game, you have some nostalgia with the older cover athletes. Like, I always think about Tatis being on the cover of MLB 21. Like, it always gives me a bit of nostalgia. And I kind of get a little bit of PTSD seeing Vlad Jr. or Jazz because of the last couple years. I think a fun, exciting cover announcement sets the pace for a good year, But I don't know, what do you think? What do you want to see out of the cover at this point? Maybe by the time you're watching this video, we actually got the confirmed info on what is going on with the covers. If we get that tonight, I will definitely talk about that tomorrow, that's for sure. But yeah, it just feels great to be in that new MLB The Show season again, man. I get very excited. I'm a very optimistic person with stuff like this. I get bought into the hype for the games that I love every single year, even if, it doesn't turn out the best. So, don't let my discussion or me sharing my thoughts be, a pure indication of what the product is going to be, or really make your decision to get the game or not. Make those decisions for yourselves. Wait till we actually see actual news. That is the normal, rational way to think. But I'm getting the game anyway. I'm going to be playing the game all year anyway. You know how it goes. How I am with MLB The Show. It's a lot like how a lot of people are with Call of Duty, where it's like the yearly release, and that is such a big part of your routine where you're always going to get excited for it and bought into the hype, at least to some capacity. It always finds a way to stick around. That is literally with me with MLB The Show. The internet likes to go to war over things that doesn't really matter, but keep that in mind. Even if you're someone who is just like watching it is exciting just because you hear me yap about the game, that I am very, 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 very biased. I am that much of an MLB The Show nerd. All right, we're up to 6 strikeouts with Pedro. I need 5 more hits.
Jumped all over the starter and hard ground ball. Now a rocket to right.
What a swing. Yeah, we're also gonna be right back to the Chicago Dogs franchise tomorrow. My goal for tomorrow is to get to the All-Star break, and I will definitely make it a longer video. I know there's been some feedback that people have said with the franchise stuff. The thing is, this channel, I'm kind of wanting to grow it, just be more of like, I hop on for like 10-15 minutes, talk about whatever's on my mind or what's going on in the world of baseball and MLB The Show that day. And it's really meant to be more about that. And the franchise thing is honestly something I'm working on progressively alongside this main channel video, which the franchise will be about. So at least haven't so far put like too much of an emphasis on making like a super normal franchise video. But maybe we'll experiment with it, because why not? That's what we're doing over here on the Scan Plays channel. Speaking of which, I appreciate all of you who have been watching the content. I know the MLB The Show news season really gets a lot of people over here, so I appreciate you all swinging by. And if you want to keep up with all the MLB The Show stuff, I want to keep on posting here for the length of the year and just kind of giving all the updates and thoughts on the news and the state of the show. I was trying to kind of find what that medium of content would be on this channel for a couple years now, whether it was through like doing tier lists or just more informational nerd videos. And I think this is been my favorite format to do so far. Just kind of hop on the game like I would normally play each day and then just talk about whatever is going on. All right, shouldn't need many more hits. There's needed 24 hits with Dominican Republic players. All right, so we got Cy Young. Very nice. Now we just need 6 more strikeouts, 3 more innings pitched. Yeah, I think at this point we just speedrun with Pedro Martinez. All right, let's just pitch with Pedro. I would say the last time we've had any sort of close hype like this was in 22 with Ohtani. I still remember I went to NYC to see the reveal at Times Square. Spent the day with Shelfie. It was a very fun time. But, you know, the hype of the Times Square announcement was very fun. Although I heard that people who watched that SCS stream felt like it was very cringe and awkward. I hate pulling out that word cringe to describe something. But, like, I heard it was a very awkward stream to watch. And I would say besides that, it's probably either Tatis on 21. I think that was a very exciting cover. And then the other one was probably MLB 19 with Harper. Yep, at this point, we just need to get 6 more strikeouts. So we're just going to put in a reliever. You know what? I may as well send in Mariano Rivera, right? He actually brings up an interesting debate. I know we've been talking a lot about the cover athlete. I am concerned about Mariano Rivera and what is going on with him in this story. First of all, if you haven't heard it, there's a whole story that's made its way around that apparently like him and his wife were a part of a group of people that cover up some bad stuff going on with like one of his like organizations he works with. I don't know the full details of it. I try not to read that negative stuff, but it's not good stuff about Mo. With how they've handled legends in the past, when legends have gotten into controversy and drama, they've typically removed them from next year's game. His name is getting dragged into. So like there's a chance that he's not in the game next year, so they don't like get involved in the drama. I think that's why they typically handle it that way. I hope, first of all, that the stuff about him isn't true, because it's very sad. You know, for the sake of MLB The Show, it makes me sad. You know, he's always one of the better relievers, one of my favorite players of all time. So not being able to use him again would make me kind of sad. But, you know, I guess you never know, and if they do take him out, I understand it. But there's that part of me that's just like absurdly biased as a Yankee fan who loves Mo that I hope they don't. I'm understanding if they do. I get it. They've done it before with a bunch of other players. But I guess on a more positive note, going back to the cover discussions, there have been some theories discussed. I think Scuffy tweeted it. Man, I don't think it's going to happen now since Paul Skeens has kind of been looped into the fold of this cover athlete discussion with his little social media post. It would have been really cool to see Bobby Witt Jr., Gunnar Henderson, and Ellie De La Cruz on the cover. And then like for the special edition of the game, they did Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, Nomar Garciaparra. That would be so sick. And once that idea got put in my head, I was like, man, I need it. That really hits the nostalgic, like, 2000s hype of, like, the next generation of shortstops. And, like, I guess we never made that connection that, you know, that is kind of what is going on right now in baseball. With Bobby Witt Jr., Gunnar Henderson, Ellie De La Cruz. Like, there are a lot of, like, very good shortstops in baseball who can kind of do it all. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there is a new group of shortstops like that, which is fun and exciting. And then you've had guys like the Lindors. Correa's been around for a bit. But if that was the cover combination for this year, I would low-key get that right away, because it is so sick. Takes me right back to my childhood, man. All right, that should be all of our strikeouts. Yeah, Cy Young, the Developer's Choice, and the Dominican Republic. Nice. I want to see that Developer's Choice team and what it looks like. All right, an interesting bunch, and I should read what it boosts. He boosts power. Ooh, that's juicy, all right? Oh, you get plus 15 contact, too? Okay, so they're going for, like, the out-of-position guys. Got it. I think that's the best, you know, the fact that half the captain boost is contact, and you could throw, like, Raleigh Fingers out there. And then you just get a little boost in the walks and hits per 9. Obviously, because players who won Cy Youngs are going to get good cards anyway. So yeah, you know, Cy Young Award winners, pretty good. And then the last one, the DR team, that one is probably a very good team. This team ends up kind of gross, I'm not going to lie. Definitely will have to give this a try one day. That is for sure. This is a stacked team. These captains were a W bunch, and we have one more final content drop coming next week. Probably be a fun way to send it off. I bet we get the cover athlete by that February 4th, by the way, and I bet you that with those now and later packs, those cover athlete guys are included in that program. I am excited for that day to come. So yeah, that's that for today. Before I keep yapping, thank you guys for watching, and see ya.